Big news ahead of Game 5 of our Round 1 series against the Pistons. Kawhi Leonard ends up coming back from injury just a little bit earlier than predicted. It was originally projected that he might come back maybe if there's a Game 7 or if the Pistons made it to Round 2. But he is back here at the age of 35, still back early from injury here. And so it's been a 2-2 series largely without Kawhi. Add him in here and it certainly starts to get interesting as to how this series goes. But, you know, if we're going to beat them, I'd rather beat them at full strength so that there's no caveats on a series victory. So let's get into Game 5 and see if we can put the Pistons in a elimination scenario or if it will be us that will be threatened to be eliminated ahead of Game 6. So let's get Game 5 underway. Could be our last game at home if all goes wrong or if all goes right here in this episode. Here in Game 5, we're going to be focusing on just the make, says Jaden Ivey. We'll get the first bucket of this ball game. Pick and pop action here from the Dynamite's Duke duo. Puts Nashville on the board. A strong drive to the basket, draws the foul from Andre the Giant. Also, he hit the layup, so that's a three-point play for Detroit. Lowry with it all alone. Kawhi defending. Turning around and shooting. That defense was not enough to get the stop that time around. Ivy isolating against Malachi, finds Jalen Duren on the inside. Lowry going to town once more on Kawhi. So Kawhi's back from injury, but is he 100%? Has not been able to keep up with Sidney Lowry, though that is admittedly a very tough task as Giannis hits the long ball there. Andre Stevens left all alone. Makes the Pistons pay. Pick and roll with Giannis there, just left way too much space and was able to scoop it in easily. Lowry off the dish from Mullins. Way too easy look for him as well. Pope had some space to shoot there, decides not to. Instead gives it to Lowry. Tough shot, but he drilled it. Giannis in the post, turning around and hitting. I think we'll live with that shot. Here Giannis is again, this time dishing off to Cade on the wing, who drills the long ball. Now it's Cade isolating, a little hop step layup falls for him, and Detroit's built themselves a little bit of a lead here in the first. Pope waiting patiently for screens, gets them and gets the free lane to the basket. He goes all the way. Ivy all alone beyond the arc. That one splashes in, and it's 24-17 in favor of Detroit. Coach Gordon calls a timeout. Lowry just decides to go for the jumper there instead of laying it up, but he made it. Cade has Pope on him, and he's just a little bit too big. There's not a lot of point guards out there that are a little too big for Malachi Pope, but Cade is one of them. We see Cunningham once more. This time gets the double screen and has enough space off of it to pop it. And we're going to call another timeout. Gordon not liking what he's seeing on the defensive side of the floor early on in this game. And Hudson, right off the bench, drills the three. Pistons running off the make, and it's going to be a made shot and the foul from Giannis. Getting aggressive off the make, but he missed the free throw. Lowry has a man right under him, but it's Ty Washington, and he's just a bit too small to contest that one. Here we got the Greek freak who gets it past the defense. Slams it in for two. Got it once more here as the quarter expires. It's going to be a 5-point Detroit lead after one. I think just a few too many easy shots for Detroit in that first quarter for my liking. Hudson has a man right on his hip. Goes out to Ernest Augustine. Top of the key, drills the three. Giannis trying to play some bully ball here with Augustine. And once again, just kind of off of a pick. Has enough space to just kind of scoop it. Not something we've seen him pull out so far in this series, but he's used it twice today. Been a lot of Giannis here on the Detroit side, and this time he's pulling up from 3 and hitting it. Up to 13. Got it again here. This time this is the matchup we like on him. Francis Mullins stops his drive, but he still hits the turnaround shot. Detroit up 8. Pope awaits a screen from his fellow rookie center. And goes to the rim with it. Nice tough finish over to the taller defender. Pistons feeding Giannis once more. The double comes, but it's not going to do a thing. He's got the undersized Ernest Augustine on him. And makes him pay, but missed another free throw. 2 and 1 he's missed the free throw on now in this game. This time they're going up top for him, though. Didn't look like he much had to move there, and it's a double-digit Pistons lead. Lowry takes the double and dishes it off to Davidson inside. This time Lowry pulling up on the jumper. Going up top, Jaden Ivey skies for the finish. Second alley-oop for Detroit here in this quarter as Lowry hits the deep 3 off the catch. Cade dishes it to Clark Gaines, who will hit the mid-range jumper. Spinning is Lowry. And stepping back, nice job there. Tough to defend that drive. Mullins takes the contact from Gaines and finishes through it. He's going to the line here, and he's also making it a 1-possession game. Trying to trim it down another point further, and he's going to do just that. 49-47 in favor of the Pistons here. 3 minutes to go here in the half, and Lowry makes it even. We had trailed by as many as 10 here, made it even, but it wouldn't be that for long as Gaines would get fouled on the interior and hit the 3-point play. Going to the exact same play, and they get the same result, just not the foul this time around. Need to start defending that. Duren forced to take the tough jumper here to end the half, but it's going to be a 7-point Detroit lead, 56-49. At the end of the half, I thought played better defense in the second quarter, just the scoring wasn't quite there, and it's been all Lowry in this game. Nobody else has taken more than 5 shots. Malachi Pope's the only one that's taken more than 3 shots, so Lowry's been trying to shoulder the load himself, and he's keeping us in it, but maybe he should share the load just a little bit. I mean, I certainly like him being aggressive, but he doesn't need to do everything. He does have some teammates that are pretty good at basketball. Giannis, the defensive strategy has been kind of up and down on him in this series. This is looking like a down 1 just on the first half. I still think this is the right move, though, in terms of how we're defending him, because I'd rather have him be up and down than up the whole series, if you know what I mean. And there's still a chance he'll cool off here in the second half. Let's hop into it. Going to double Lowry here to start the half, and we're going to get an easy bucket off of it. Giannis now defended by Lowry. Blows right by him on the drive and pulls up from the elbow. Detroit with it again. Ivy pulls up from almost the exact same spot and gets the same result. Giannis now beyond the arc. No good, but we couldn't get the rebound. Cade with the dunk off of the offensive rebound. Deep 3 for Andre Stevens. It's no good. Tipped it around a little bit. Pope ends up with it, and the tough finish as well. Nice. job by the point guard, mixing it up there on the interior, and here he's getting the bucket and the foul. Pumped up as he should be. Couple of nice plays on the interior from our point guard. Can he complete the three-point play, though? No, he can't. A lot of unfinished three-point plays here in this game, and then Giannis just, for the second time today, it just right up the middle gets to the basket. Stevens for three. Makes it 65-62. Cade a little bit too easy there off of the cut. Double comes for Lowry. Finds the wide open man in the corner. It's Christian Davidson who finishes off the play. Giannis gets doubled in the corner himself, and Detroit responds with a wide open three of their own. Lowry, stop and pop for two. Pick and roll top of the key. Andre the Giant with it. Got gains on him, turns around, and a beautiful jump shot there. Cade off the handoff, drills it with the man right in his face. He's just been on the money this entire series. It's really been tough. Everything except for game 4, he's been pretty much making shots no matter what the defense is. Here, Hudson gets the finish off of the handoff. And he actually completes the three-point play. Detroit leads by 5. Ivy stops and pops right over the hand of A.C. Stevens. Thought that one was going to be blocked. Moody with it now. Dishes inside. Pump fake for Ernest Augustine. And he goes off glass for 2. Moody with it again. This time dishing to Augustine again. And another bucket for him. This time for 3. Up top for Isaiah Joe. Not a very accurate pass, but Isaiah Joe makes it work all the same. Detroit leads by 3 as we end the third quarter. That Giannis 3 off the mark. So we brought things back a little bit there in the third, but still have not been able to retake that lead. Got a chance to tie it here with Hudson. He missed it. A.C. Stevens cleans the board, and it's a 1-point game here, start of the fourth. Buckle up, everybody. This is a close one. Andre Stevens, a wonderful block on Kawhi. In transition, step back from Hudson. I wish he would have passed it to Lowry in the corner for 3, but hey, we got the points. Cade from the free throw line. Just a man right in his face. It just doesn't matter. Hudson wide open off the double. Let's hit a couple shots for us here in the fourth. Pump fake, beautifully done by Cade. Lowry stayed home. It just still wasn't enough, man. Cade's been a different animal all series long, except for really game 4, and just don't know how to stop him. We've got our best guy on him, and he's right in his face most of his shots. It just doesn't matter. Isaiah Joe off glass for 2. Pistons passing it around. This time Cade's defended by Davidson. That spells trouble. And yep, he hits the basket. Detroit back up by 3. Now he's got Andre the Giant on him. It's on a matchup we love. And he hits it over him as well. Cade cannot be stopped. That was the title of last episode, and it remains true here in this one. Dishing inside is Sidney Lowry for Andre Stevens. Kawhi, defended by Andre now. Trying to go inside on him, and eventually gets his shot. 93-90 in favor of Detroit. Cade with the crossover. Finds a 2-point shot there. Hudson fouled on the 3-point attempt. And he gets 3 free throws. I've been skipping most of the free throws. If you're wondering why the score occasionally jumps between shots, it's mostly just free throws. But on and ones and on 3-pointers, we do show the free throws when we're doing a game where we show the makes. Giannis in the post. just cuts right through the double team and gets the basket. Mullins left open in the corner, drills the three. It's a 1-point ball game here. Under 6 left. Ty Washington, top of the key, drains the three. Duren, defended by Andre Stevens. Stevens reached a little bit and he paid for it. You don't need to reach against Duren. He's not much of a dribble threat. Finding more open men off of the double. For all the complaints I have about the double teams in this game, at least it works both ways, I should say. Giannis would end up missing the free throw once again as Malachi Pope goes off glass in transition. Lowry finds Moses Moody for 3 and he hit it. A 3-point ball game with 3.5 left. We're going to be slowing things down and watching the rest of this one play out. Can we overcome this 3-point deficit here? Can we stop Cade and Giannis? That's really been the problem here. We do get the miss there, but we couldn't grab the board. And we get us 2 misses in the possession, and we just can't grab the rebound. Andre, you can't be getting bullied like that, man. Not in this spot. On offense now. Lowry finds Malachi Pope in the corner and he hits the 3. Malachi and hitting his shots in the last 3 minutes of a ball game is a match made in heaven. This dude is so good in clutch situations. He was all regular season. And now we need him here in the final 3 of this one. I also need to learn how to stop that guy. I truly don't know if it's possible. Lowry gets the double screen. Going inside on it, off glass. Missed the point blank shots. It was a little contested, but not enough to force the miss. At least from what I saw, maybe it was more contested than I gave it credit for. And then Giannis hits the 3. We're down by 7, just like that. Lowry, wide open corner 3, and he missed that too. Come on. Pope with it. He's pulling up, and he hits it again. Malachi keeping us in this late. Need a stop, though. Down under 2 minutes left. It's Lowry versus Cunningham. This is as good as it's going to get, and we get the foul called on us. Cade finishes the play, and he's just been too good today. Was hoping maybe Game 4 could be a turning point, but nope. He's right back to his usual ways in Games 1 through 3. And under 90 seconds left. Got to come up with something fast. Pope hasn't liked anything he's seen so far. Been dribbling the ball the entirety of this possession. We need something here. Come on. Andre Stevens forced to jack something up, but it's way short, man. That was an awful possession. We ran like one action, and it wasn't there, so Pope just sat there all possession. Here he's almost got the steal. We ran one action for Moses Moody. It didn't work, and now we're down by double digits. And we're going to drop Game 5 unless we see a miracle in the final 55 seconds. Moody for 3. He hits it. All right. Not quite out of it yet. Moody. Oh, I thought he might have forced the out of bounds, but instead he gets called for the block. That would have been huge if it was the out of bounds call instead. Kawhi. It's both. This game is looking more and more over here. We'll give ourselves just a little bit more of a chance. Mullins Goes to Andre Stevens. He missed the three. And that's pretty much going to do it for game 5. We're going to drop it here. As you can see, we'd end up actually scoring a little bit more here down the stretch. Some clutch shots, mostly by Malachi Pope once more. Guy just can't seem to miss. So he tried to keep us quote unquote in it, although it was really over from that point. So it's going to be 127 to 120 in favor of the Detroit Pistons here. Ended up being a pretty high scoring game, but I think that was just a lot of, scoring in the final minute with free throws and us hitting some threes, trying to keep ourselves in it. But sorry if my voice sounds a little scratchy at times. I am recovering from a sickness, but overall, I just think Giannis and Cade were too good in this game, man. They have 2 superstars. We have 1. And boy, was Sidney Lowry a flipping superstar in this game. 36 points and 15 assists. Wasn't hitting his threes very well, but it is what it is. Pope was awesome in the fourth. I wonder how many of his 18 came in the fourth. At least half. But Giannis with 39, 9, and 4. Cade with 33, 3, and 8. Ivy was actually good. Kawhi couldn't score, but what his presence does is it gives the Pistons 8 good players, which I think is what you need to be a good team in the playoffs. They were a little thin without him, but with him back, they're a lot tougher. Not wasting any time here. We're hopping straight in to Game 6, hoping to avoid elimination here on the road. This is obviously a very important game for us. We're going to watch a lot more of the complete game here. Lowry gets things going for us. Now Ivy on the drive. Nice defense from Malachi to force the miss. Lowry, tough shot off the screen. Not going to fall for him. Cade from deep. Too much space there. Pope gets the high screen. Thought about shooting it, instead finds his wide open teammate, and that ends up being a really nice decision as Mullins hits the 3 top of the arc. Giannis gets a 3 of his own, but he missed it. Shot clock winding down. Need to come up with something. Lowry can't hit his 3. Giannis defended by Moody. That's not what we want. The help defense comes. And we'll force Stern to the line. Probably better than letting him shoot because his percentages have been really good here. But from the free throw, he's missed some, but won't miss any there. Bounce pass. Trying to get it inside to Lowry. Ends up getting tipped. But Andre Stevens finds the wide open shot and drains it. Giannis already drawing a lot of attention from the defense here, and it's going to result in the Kawhi 3. Beating our big man in the post. Needs to come up with something with the shot clock winding down, and he hits the shot. Cade. Top of the key to Ivy. Just kind of blows right by Malachi Pope and hits the mid-range shot. All tied at 10 apiece here as Andre Stevens finds a 3. I comment in last episode about getting Andre Stevens some more paint touches, and I think that's certainly something that I would like to see as Cade gets the and one, but the problem is his tendencies don't really allow for that. One of his plays is pick and roll, which I like, but he has the roll versus pop tendency very high towards pop. He loves to pick and pop a lot more than he does to pick and roll. I'd like for him to roll a little bit more, but I'm not going to change those tendencies. And another reason I'm fine with him being outside is because Francis Mullins right there, as you're seeing. I like him being inside. I mean, Mullins could definitely hit the 3 as well, and I don't mind him taking them, but I really like what Mullins can do inside a bit more. And if they're both inside, then the lanes get a little clogged. But when, Andre Stevens is on the floor without Mullins, then yeah, I'd love to get him more inside looks, but he unfortunately shares those minutes with Sidney Lowry, who's taken most of our shots. So in a perfect world, do we get Andre Stevens more inside looks? I think we do. Just, unfortunately, this isn't the perfect world for Andre Stevens. After last draft, he's kind of been relegated to our 4th option spot, which I don't think is a terrible spot for him by any means, but means he's not necessarily always going to get all of the best looks for him. Jaden Ivey pulls up 4-3 there, going to force the timeout as Detroit now leads by 7. Andre Stevens, good look from 3, but he missed it. Duran now in the post. He's guarded by Malachi, but the help defense comes. It doesn't matter at all. Duran scores over the double team. Wild shot here from Lowry. It was too strong. That's not the shot that's going to bring us back in this game, even if it is from Sidney Lowry. As Gaines gets it to go from deep. Lowry, another 3, and it's off the mark again. You know, he wasn't hitting threes great in Game 5, and he's not going to get back on track if he's hitting that caliber. Detroit making his attempts very difficult, and you can tell that it's played an impact as Detroit had just had a 15-point lead here in the first quarter. Making things difficult on Sidney Lowry makes things difficult on this team. Darren Lowry did a nice job tipping that pass, though, and getting us a transition opportunity, which Hudson converts with 2 free throws. 3.5 minutes left in the first. Dish inside to Jalen Duran, who just slams all over the top of Andre Stevens. Feeding it back into Duran again. AC guarding him, and Duran's just a little bit too strong for AC. Looking to get Duran back a little bit here on the other end. Stevens gets to the line, misses 1, and hits the second. Lowry to Andre Stevens. Nice passing it around the horn from the squad. Gets the 3-point bucket. And now Giannis all by himself. Takes it in on Andre Stevens. Lowry trying to go for the steal there. Giannis eventually gets to the bucket. Probably could have had it a couple seconds sooner, but wanted to get fancy with it, I guess. AC drop step, hits it off glass. Both teams scoring down low here. Giannis going inside on Andre Stevens again, and Andre just cannot hang with Giannis. And we're down 15 after the first quarter. Not the start we needed in this game. Giving up 40 points. Just could not stop Giannis as soon as Mullins went off the floor. Here we get the stop to start the second quarter. Pope coming off a screen. Hits the 3 off the catch. Trying to go inside. That one is stolen. Push ahead to Moses Moody, who finds the big man in transition. And 1 opportunity. And just like that, we can be back within single digits as long as Mullins hits the free throw, which he does. Giannis. Like this matchup with Mullins much more than what we were seeing there late in the first quarter. Forcing the throwouts. It's off the hand of Ty Washington. Moody crosses over and almost gets another and 1. He's going to have to settle for the 2 free throws, though. Knocks down the first. And goes 1 for 2. Kawhi trying to score over the top of Moody, and that's what he does with the shot clock winding down. Augustine has Mullins on the inside. Waited a little too long there. Almost got it stolen. But it's fine. We got the bucket all the same. Gaines on the inside just slams it right on top of Augustine. Pick and roll. Pope dishing to Mullins and gets the foul. Only the first on Giannis. Mullins hits 1 free throw, and Mullins hits both. It needs to come up with something. Shot clock is at 1, and he just makes that, man. What do you want me to do to defend that? Davidson's in his grill. Awesome possession there by Mullins. Oh, draws the hard foul on Giannis there on his drive. First free throw falls for Pope. Second does as well. It's a 6-point ball game. Doing a much better job here in the second. Giannis pump fakes twice, tries to score over Mullins, and he missed it. Nice job by Mullins staying home on that one. Now he's trying to go in on Giannis and finding it equally difficult. Nice pass to the corner, though. Ernest Augustine drains the three. Mid-range jumper falls for Giannis. Detroit leads by 5. Mullins left to his own area code, and he makes Detroit pay for it. And it's a one-possession game. We've come all the way back from down 15 to start the quarter. Davidson could give us the lead, and he does. 49-48 in favor of the Sound. Kawhi for 3. It's good. Detroit takes the lead right back. Lowry. Defended by Ivy. He's just too small. We got to take advantage of that. We'll get to the line. Lowry missed one. Okay. It's the second. Still trailing by 1. Detroit going to the post for Kawhi, who just goes right over the top of Sid. Lowry on the drive, goes off glass, right over Ty Washington. Not big enough to make it much of a contest there. Now going for the lead, and we've got it again. Ty left to his lonesome beyond the arc. Not going to miss that one. Trying to answer back is Moses Moody, and he does just that. Now we're swapping leads here in the late second. Lowry with the steal. He's got a clear path, and he slams it home with 2 hands. That's the kind of play that can energize this team, give us what we need to hopefully start a run and build a lead in this ball game. We've been trailing for most of it, but that's the kind of superstar play that can hopefully jolt a run. Nicely done by Sid, the Kid Lowry. Here he gets a double screen. Going inside, and he hit the shots. Time out, Detroit, and it's a 20-point swing from the start of this quarter. From down 15 to up 5. This team has played excellent basketball here in the second. Detroit goes pick and roll, and we're having a tough time guarding the non-bigs on the rolls here. Whether it's been Cade, Kawhi, all these non-bigs who go for the roll, it seems like they always have a shot. That's exactly what AC Stevens didn't have there. Pump fake from Cade, a little bit delayed on the up and under, but it works for him. Sidney Lowry just going to take a deep shot to end the half, and we end up actually still trailing after a 6-0 run by Detroit to end the quarter. But you got to be encouraged by the second quarter nonetheless. From down 15 to down 1 is good. Giannis just 6 of 15 at the half. That's what you like to see. Kawhi definitely has become a better scorer here. Already hit 5 shots where he hit 2 all of last game. Mullins here, 20 points on 7 of 7. Has been our main catalyst in the first half. Lowry with 13 and 5. Pope only has 5 points. Need that to be upped for sure here in the second half. And I think that could be a difference between a win and a loss if we can get more from our rookie point guard in the second half. And here's a look at the team stats. I think we only have 1 turnover, and then we have 10 points off turnovers. That was really the difference in the second quarter that brought us back in this game, whereas Detroit has not scored any points off turnovers. They've only forced 1 total. Giannis going to get things going here in the second half. Lowry for three off the catch, no good. Giannis gets the feed on the inside, kicks it out with the help, and finds a wide open Kawhi. Ivy inside to Cade, and that's what I'm talking about, man. When these guards roll on the pick and roll, we just can't guard that for some reason, man. Lowry hits the three. Back down to 5. We needed that one for sure. Giannis going for three himself, and he's not going to make it. Pick and roll. Lowry with it. Going for the tough shot, and he hit it. Ivy needs to put something up with one on the shot clock. He hit that. All right. Pope gonna draw the foul. Giannis is third with 9 minutes left here in the third. Is something to watch if we can continue to put him in maybe some foul trouble. That would be a huge bonus. And there we see Pope starting his second half scoring. Hopefully, like I said, we can see more from him here throughout the half. Stevens off the catch, hits the three. 71-74. Cade sidesteps into the mid-range shot there. I just continue to be impressed by what we've seen from Cunningham. My goodness. That one's going to be blocked. Mullins would have had it open if he decided to just take the jumper there. Instead, he gets blocked. We end up finding a decent look from three, although the late contest from Giannis was there. Cade. Once again. Can't be contained. Oh, bounce pass. Beautifully done. Right on target to Mullins. Stolen again here by Lowry. Pushing ahead to Pope, who draws the foul on Gaines. His first here. Malachi drains one. And goes 2 for 2. Still just a 3-point ball game here. Another pick and roll with Cade Cunningham, and it's another bucket for Detroit. Going inside for Malachi. Nice dish by Davidson. Cade isolating against Lowry, and just with draped all over him. Does not matter. Nice pass from Pope. Gets Mullins the easy deuce. Third quarter winding down. Been a tight quarter. Just feels like we're trading baskets. Neither team really able to build much of a run here in the quarter. As Malachi drains the pull-up jumper. Giannis, no good from the corner. Got a chance to take the lead here. Inside to Lowry, and that's exactly what we're going to do. A nice lead pass by Mullins. Going to give us a 3-point opportunity. Lowry converts it. 84-82 now for Nashville. Can we hold on to the lead to end the quarter now? Unlike we did at the half. Lowry in transition, going up top for Ernest Augustine. Nice finish. And now we've got a 2-possession lead. Giannis dishes to Gaines. He makes that shot. All right. He is a bit taller than Ernest Augustine. I'll give him that. Inside. Lowry missed that? Okay. Giannis on the other end is hitting that. Okay. All right. I see what's going on here. Giannis going to take the mid-ranger to end the quarter. It's going to be a tie ball game. After 3, neither team has gained an edge. We've got 1 quarter to find out if our season will continue. Can we come through in the last final tough moments of this game? We're going to start it off with a Lowry layup. Hayden missed a shot, so it is possible. Lowry getting a little bit too aggressive there. He was getting, what was that, triple teamed, and somehow he still threw a turnover. Detroit ties it up. Stevens left alone, decided not to shoot it, waited for Lowry. He knew that one was off from the moment he left his fingers. Detroit needs something. 1 second on the shot clock, and Cade gets open off the screen. Detroit leads by 2. Hudson trying to give us the lead, and he does. Now it's Cade, pick and roll once more. Stevens does a nice job staying home on gains. Whips it out to Giannis. 3 is no good. Opportunity to start adding to our lead here. Nice read there by Lowry, finding the wide open man. Cade gets Stevens to fall for the pump fake and gets Giannis the easy deuce. Double screen here for Hudson. He's hit a couple nice shots for us. Going to take another, but this time he's not going to be able to hit it. Cade stepping back. Davidson on the defense. It's going to be a miss. Lowry going all the way the other way, and the floater off glass gives Nashville a 3-point lead and forces the Monty Williams timeout. Cade from 3. He's missed a couple of really easy jumpers, especially, considering what he's been hitting in this game, and Sidney Lowry with the transition bucket. Now we lead by 6. Cade, now he's going to get the scoring going here in the 4th. Up to 24 on the day. Davidson gets the quick basket in response. We're up to 100. That was not a great decision there by Duren. He had his man on the pump fake, but decides to dish it and gets it stolen from instead. And Davidson right in the face of Kawhi. We now lead by 9. Kawhi missed the 3 on top of the key. Davidson going again, but this time he's not going to find the mark. Okay, tough 3 and another miss. Cade actually turning into a human is giving us a chance here, and now we lead by double digits. What a turnaround here in this game after a really bad first quarter. We gotta maintain this lead. Andre Stevens gets the basket there and the foul on Gaines. It's gonna bring in our final 5 here for the rest of this game as he missed the free throw. Giannis to the basket, too easy. There, Lowry's just not big enough for the Greek Freak. Gonna go up tough for Lowry here, and oh man, that would have been sweet, but could not handle it. Cade, tough turnaround jumper, it's no good. Nashville in transition. Moody quick to take the 3, it is off. Duren hands off to Cade, whips it to Giannis in the corner, and he drains the 3. It's down to a 6-point ball game. Pope. Andre, that one too strong. Ivy with the shot, and he drained it, and you know what time it is. A 3-point game, 3.5 minutes left to go. We're watching the rest of this one once more. This time, we've got the 3-point lead. Can we pull it out? Pope gets the Lowry screen, dishes it down to him, and we get the buckets. Perfect placement on that pass. Ivy on the wing, defended by Pope, gets it to Giannis. Double team comes for Cade, and we're going to get a wide open shot for Duren. Not what we're looking for here. Need a bucket here to get it back to a 2-possession game. Excuse me, cracking my voice as a sound call timeout. Oliver Gordon wants to make sure that we get a good shot here on this possession, and I can't blame him. Seems like even though there's 2.5 minutes left, seems like a really big possession. Gonna take our time with it. Mullins to inbound here. Don't get called for a 5-second. Jeez. Pope. Gonna dish it to Lowry. Tough shot, and that's not the shot we wanted out of the timeout. Detroit could bring it to 1. They could also tie it here. They got Giannis with Pope guarding him in the post. Help defense comes, forcing the pass out. Now Ivy, defended by Lowry, and he hit that shot. Are you kidding? It's a 1-point game. Gotta score. Pope dishes to Lowry, out to Moody. And passing it around the horn here, we got a wide open corner 3 for Andre Stevens, and he hits the shots. Big 3 there from Andre the Giant. Cade spinning, trying to get inside on Lowry. He gets to his favorite spot and he hits it. Still just a 1-possession game here, down to 90 seconds left. Lowry dishes to Pope. He shoots it. Splash! Let's go. Pope once more just does not miss in the final 3 minutes of a ball game. Massive bucket from him. Cade gets by Lowry and responds again. He just turned his superhuman switch back on. Lowry with it again, running the same play. Pope shoots it and splash! 2 for 2 from Pope, and it gives us a 6-point lead. This rookie is insane. Giannis, top of the key. His shot is off. Slow things down, maybe, and we'll get the foul on Leonard. Imagine if that was called a charge. I would have lost my mind. Stevens up top. Gives it to Malachi. Lowry almost picked. Instead, Pope is going to get fouled in the corner. 34.5 seconds left in this game. Nashville leads by 6. Pope. It's the first free throw. Second one is also up and in. Nashville leads by 8. I mean, just 8 straight points from Malachi Pope down the stretch. In the highest of leverage situations he's ever been in his career. You love to see the man coming through when we need him most, time in and time out. Now we need one more stop. Ivy hits the 3. Not quite over yet. These endgame situations, man, both teams that are trailing seem to shoot 100% somehow. These games are going to end up high scoring, but that they're not really that as high scoring as they seem. It's just a ton of free throws and threes in the final minute of these ball games, running up these scores. Lowry goes 2 for 2. And Nashville leads by 7. For all intents and purposes, this game is likely over, but we'll watch it through to the end regardless. But I mean, I thought after the first quarter, this season was done, man. We gave up 40 points in the first quarter. And of course, they just don't miss, man. The opposing team's just not going to miss. And we're going to get even more free throw extravaganza here late in this game. But thought for sure our season was over after the first quarter. Just could not get a stop to save our lives, as Pope actually does miss. We'll just pretend that we did not see it. Gotta at least make one here, Malachi. Okay. So, but the team rallied back. That was an excellent second quarter to bring it back to an even game. The third quarter was kind of just back and forth all along, and then had a good run to start the fourth, and we never let Detroit all the way back in. We let them get it close, of course. Let them hang around at, you know, just a basket between us for a while, but in the end, a 3 by Andre Stevens and then 2 in a row by Malachi Pope was enough to essentially seal this deal. Oh my gosh! The game's over. Can we stop? There's 4.5 seconds left. It's a 4-point ball game. At least they're not going to foul here. My goodness. Literally, this is exactly... I ended up cutting some of this out, but this is exactly what happened in Game 5 too. Except we were the ones hitting the ridiculous shots, even though the game was already over. Ends up being a really high-scoring game again. But I think up until like the final 2 minutes, it was actually a more reasonable score. Oh, man. The Nashville Sound will stay alive. And we've got a Game 7 in round 1. Sidney Lowry is your player of the game. No surprise there. He was very consistent all throughout. Mullins was actually our leading scorer at halftime, but Lowry, as he so often is, the driving force behind our winning. 34 and 11, another double-double for him. Ended up taking 30 shots. He's taking a lot of shots here in the playoffs, but there's nobody else I'd rather have shooting them. Pope ends up with 22 points on just 7 shots. It was 9 of 10 from the line. Elite getting there and Elite at finishing when he did. Mullins with 24 and 8 on 11 shots. Stevens was efficient. Lowry had our volume and was a good decision maker. 11 assists to just 1 turnover. Nobody had more than 1 turnover on the entire squad. Taking care of the ball was a massive reason for this victory. A triple-double for Giannis. It was really the big fours on both sides. And everyone was good, and somehow we ended up being just a little bit better by the end. This was an awesome game. By far my favorite game of this series yet. I think, honestly, games 5 and 6 are probably the 2 best. Because a lot of these games have been, you know, double digits by the time it's all said and done, even though they were close throughout. Game 3 was also really good. We've had a lot of really close, really fun games in this series, and it's going to a Game 7. There's nowhere else I feel like it deserves to be. Win or go home in the next episode. I'm really excited for it. I hope you are too, and until then, sound up.